Hey guys, what's up? Gonna bring you up to speed here. We're hitting the road super late. It's like 9:30 Eastern Standard Time right now. Just left Courtenay's. The idea for this weekend was my buddy Squirrel. You remember him from South Florida? He flew in to Tennessee on Friday evening. He and I were gonna hunt Saturday morning. I had a wedding to go through over in Tennessee, about an hour away, on Saturday night, and then we were going to hunt Sunday morning and just hunt on then from there in Tennessee. He's still chasing US Slam. Obviously, I don't have any reason to go one way or the other, so I was just going to, you know, catch whatever state he needed, which was going to be Tennessee. But anyways, given the weather conditions, which were horrid all weekend, were supposed to be anyway. Saturday wasn't quite as bad as I said it was going to be. Today was pretty doggone bad, but given that, I was going to pull the boat up to Tennessee. We were going to do this deal at a lake up there and everything. Did a lot of scouting there. I was really looking forward to it. One thing led to another. We decided not to do that due to the weather, a couple other issues. So we're just flying by the seat of our pants and going to go to another area. Was not going to go to Tennessee anymore, headed to Kentucky, because Squirrel flew in, was able to kill a gobbler on Saturday morning in Tennessee, so he was able to finish, get the Tennessee bird out of his way. And so now I'm actually just bought Kentucky license, so we're going to Kentucky. And going to an area is pretty popular. That's why I've never hunted it. I've kind of heard some horror stories about the amount of people, but you know, I've always wanted to hunt it. I'm gonna go give it a spin and see how things shake out. So headed to Kentucky right now. Just like I said, just left Courtenay's. Due to the weather, I decided to stay in Georgia and hunt a bird that you guys are probably seeing that I should have killed on Saturday morning. You know, blame it on the camera, blame it on the poor setup, just blame it on the turkey being a turkey. Anyways, he's not dead, he's still there. Hopefully he'll be there when I get back in 8 or 9 more days. Anyway, after that, drove up Saturday, went to the wedding, had a great time. Went out this morning in the pouring rain, blistering winds. Found a turkey at 9 a.m. Stayed with that turkey and squeezed the trigger on him. Courtenay squeezed the trigger on him at 3 p.m. Very long, very cold, very physically demanding. Welcome. We're turkey hunting or something. It's a wind advisory this morning, if you can't tell, and it's raining, which rain's kind of dissipated quite a bit, but the wind has not. So we're trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do here.
There's 9 million mosquitoes.
And there's a lot of mosquitoes. I didn't think the mosquitoes would be an issue because of the wind, but these are some special kind of mosquitoes.
Stout.
It's the first ones I've had on me this year. But Courtenay came in here yesterday and heard a turkey. We're not going to hear him today, but I'm trying to put together some type of game plan to sit up and call a little while and see if once it gets daylight we'll work our way up this little bottom and try to strike a turkey out in this field, or if we just need to get back to the car and drive around and glass these fields. She's got permission last week on a couple fields right here. So
one of them should have a turkey.
Yeah, one of them should have turkey. I mean, it rained since it started raining at lunch yesterday.
Yeah, actually probably about 3 o'clock.
And it rained heavy all day, all night, so they're wet and miserable. So it's probably going to take them a little while to get on the ground, shaken off and revved up anyways, but then you're not going to be able to hear them if they are gobbling. So you're kind of trying to play, I don't even know if we need to be conservative. I don't know what we need to do. But you ain't going to kill them at the house, so we're out here. And then when the next lull in this wind, I'm probably gonna hit a glass call just to see what happens.
What do you want?
What do you think about it?
I feel like a little cold, wet hen. It's ridiculous. Just want to kill a bird before I go to Texas next week. And this is the weather we were granted.
It got dark. I'm assuming, I don't know if it's fixing to start raining. I'm trying to decide whether we want to wait it out, because working up this creek bottom, trying to walk right up on something and strike it or something. Because there is, even though it's windy, we had a few lulls in the wind. We might be able to hear one gobble if it decides to gobble. I don't know why they decided to gobble today, but just in case. I just need one gobble just to let me know there's one there. Anyway, and then it just got dark. I mean, it looks like it's dark. That usually means it's fixing to dump.
Ominous.
But I hate to turn around and go walk all the way back to the car. Get there and the cloud blow over and it brighten back up. Again, I hate to sit here and get drenched. I think we can go back to the car.
Back to the car and...
Go back to the car, waiting on this to brighten up. Check the fields. If we don't find anything in the fields, and then come back and repeat this. Get back in this bottom. So we're riding around. We found a gobbler in the field. He's got a couple hens. He's doing a little bit of strutting. There goes that same truck down that road. Hear him? Is that him?
It's not a hen. That's the old black hen. Not the one with the mattresses.
Anyways, these turkeys are visible from the road. And we do got... And anyways, Courtney's got permission on this field. So, I'm gonna make a loop up behind him. He's got two hens we can see. And I'm just gonna try to get in the side of them, I guess, and get in front of them. We may have to see if the hens want to have a confrontation to drag him in. Hopefully we can come up with something. Just glad it's not raining at the moment. And the wind's laid down, so. See if the turkeys are as happy about that favorable weather change as we are. Alright, we got a visual on the hen. She's out here maybe 180 yards, something like that, 180 to 100 yards. And he's gobbled twice right to the right of her. It's going to be hands and knees. We're going to try to get to this field edge. The problem is going to be, when we get to the field edge, is being able to shoot down it because of that thick stuff along it, okay? So just pick you a tree where you can kind of shoot diagonal up that way. They should kind of cling to the edge because the grass is going to be shorter on the edge. The second hen's in front of her, right here below us. We'll have to go for it, yeah.
soaking wet now. As good a job as we done this morning to keep everything dry, now we're soaking wet. The turkey's still out there, probably 100 yards, maybe just a touch less. But this weather's just got them stuck. They're just sitting there in this little dip in this field. I haven't called to them because the weather's been so terrible. And they were kind of drifting this way, maybe like a foot at a time. But I'm afraid if I call to him, he's got 2 hens, I don't know. They may drag him straight away. The other gobbler must have just walked out in the field, because that one went running up toward the wood line. Did you hear me? Courtenay, did you hear me? Can you see the hens? hope this thing even works. It's been soaking wet. So we sat there through the wind and the rain and froze to death for about 2 hours, maybe more. I don't even know. Because those birds were in a little bowl, in a little depression in that field, weathering the storm. The hens were just preening. They wouldn't react to anything. I'm waiting there. About 100 yards up from us, another turkey cock was up in the woods. Well, that immediately got the other bird's attention. And he started coming to the woods. We made a mad dash, crawling, to get another 50, 75. Well, the two gobblers squared off, but they went to the top of the hill, farther away from us. The two hens that were in the depression fed up there to them. So now we've probably crawled down another 100. And they're up on this hill, this little knob in front of us, probably another 150. So I don't know if we're going to be able to, I think I've about crawled Courtenay out. She got soaking wet earlier. Got chilled. She's still freezing to death. But I don't know what to do. I want to kill one of these turkeys really bad. Dang it, man. You gotta earn them all. We've earned about 5 turkeys on this set right here. This has been a fun one. We've about slipped up on these gobblers. Keep going, keep going. Courtney's fixing to have to make the final push and hopefully get a crack at one of them. think you'd feel better just stand up. Just tell me if you want to bring his head up or what. How far is he?
Huh?
How far is he? 40 yards?
Yeah.
Do you want to stand up and shoot him? Is he open? I can't tell.
He's facing the other way.
Do you want me to bring his head up right there? Do you want to kill him?
Yeah, let's do it.
You got him?
Yeah.
Good shot.
This was the worst day ever. Usually they're not. How long are we gonna do this?
Oh, I gotta settle down.
I'll tell you this much.
That was something else.
Do you know how long I felt like it took us just to get from that road over there to here? He weighs 600 pounds. I'm angry at this bird. I mean, I love him and I'm grateful for him, but this has been my feet were sopping wet. Like, you know that stuff that you call the trampoline when you're in a swamp? It's like peat moss that when you step on it, it does that. Yeah, that's what my feet are doing right now in these sheets.
Oh. What a turkey. That's a big old turkey.
I really don't.
And the other looker was standing right there. The looker was closer than he was. He was just over this little crest. We couldn't see him.
Really?
You didn't see him when we jumped up? He was standing right down there.
Is this the one that we messed with all day?
Oh yeah, that was the strutter, yeah.
So this wasn't the first?
Yeah, this is the one we've been watching for about 4 or 5 hours.
I thought that when I lost all concept of where they were and which one was which when we started crawling. And I could only see one.
Are you excited a little bit? You're just so tired.
I'm so tired right now. I cried earlier. When you went to go get my jacket, I cried because I was so cold. That's not okay. I feel like there's what my dang face looks like right now. I got poison oak all over my
Oh
head.
yeah, I'm sitting there wiping my face, and we just crawled through 300 yards worth of poison oak. I don't know how it's going to turn out.
I didn't wear gloves.
I don't know how it's going to turn out because I don't remember what I recorded and what I didn't record. But essentially, Courtenay got permission on his fields last week. And it was raining like crazy this morning.
You ever see it, Mr. Brewer? Thank you.
And we went over there and did a real good job of, in the driving range, staying dry in a driving rain with our rain suits and all that type of stuff. Got over here, saw this turkey out in this field, came around, and it got down to where we needed to crawl about the last 50 yards to get to the field edge. Well, we did that. We were set up. This turkey and 2 hens got in this little bowl, this little depression, and they preened and danced around for, had to be 2 hours. Was it 2 hours or more?
I have no idea what time it is.
It's about 1 o'clock, 1:30. I think we got out of the car about 9.
Sweet.
Probably about 3.5 hours, yeah. But the hens were flat out just not responsive. I called to them. I tried soft, tried getting aggressive. Nothing. I mean, it was they didn't care. And finally, we're sitting there, and his other turkey gobbles up here. That provokes everything to change. He ran up here and batted around with that gobbler, and then the hens came up here to meet him, and they got to right here. And I told her, I said, we're gonna have to try something. So we crawled down this field edge for the last several hundred yards. Not several. I'd say we were up there.
No, it was only about crawling.
Well, we crawled about 75, and then I said, okay, we got to try this. And we stood up and walked, got deeper in the woods, walked down, and then crawled out, and then crawled the last about 80. I was able to make contact with the visual with the looker. He was down here, and then when we got closer, I heard this one drumming. Granted, we didn't care which one we shot at. Did he bring his head up?
I really do feel like I'm an okay shot. And like I genuinely think, like I go through my steps in my mind of what I do when I take a shot. But I was so tired. I mean, what, we get 4 hours of sleep last night, and then we just did all that, and my body has been in defense mode or survival mode for the last like 3 hours. And when I took that shot, I was just a shaking.
Oh, that's fun. He is a dandy.
He's pretty though.
He's a big joker.
He just got done cleaning on them babies. Taking all the nighttime cooties and everything else out of them. So, oh, Lord. God love him. Like the feathers underneath still feel kind of wet, like almost like he got drenched to the bone today.
He's up here trying to. He's up here messing around with some girlfriends. What he's doing?
I really am proud of that beard. Like part of it's been cut off even. It would have even been thicker. That's good. I feel like for. Yeah.
Hold him up by his feet. Let me see how. Spread him out. Let me look at him. Ooh, he got some dandy hooks too, doesn't he?
Those are probably the biggest ones I've ever shot. On a bird I've ever shot. He's got real good greens on him and those iridescent feathers.
That's good as hell.
Look at all these pretty little yellow flowers out here.
Big old tail. He's been out there showing it off the last several hours.
I was about to say, I feel like I've seen every angle of this tail today.
That is a pretty turkey.
Wet cold's just miserable.
You said, what are we going to do? How long are we going to wait? I said, as long as it takes.
Well,
so they're going to eventually make a move.
I was fine crawling and moving.
Yeah.
But like the more I sat there, and you got to remember, A, I'm drenched to the bone. My whole shirt's all sopping wet and like mesh and everything. But B, up until basically right before I stood up, I couldn't see them.
Yeah.
And so I'm literally just sitting here watching the grass move. And so for me, it was just like I was freezing. Which now I still am. These are real chills. So. Still, I love the way their feet smell.
Yeah, that's weird. See?
But the thing is Osceolas smell a little different, huh?
Yeah, they got that black water up muck.
Yeah,
back
so
and
like.
forth. Well, see what happened was, I don't know if it was I changed my headgear a couple days back. I don't know if am I superstitious?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's a sign of a weak mind.
Man, I blame mine on being part Mexican.
Maybe I got a weak mind, but I changed my headgear to this here Lindsay Way hat. Oh, Mr. Jeff himself gave me at the NWTF thing this past year. It'll get a little more seat time, maybe. I don't know if it was that or or brought my good luck charm with me. We hunted in Florida together?
Yeah.
Is this the first time we've hunted outside of Florida together?
Yeah.
This is the first time? Huh.
Crushing it.
Only problem with that is she's always the one carrying a gun when we do that. So if I keep doing that, I'll never get to shoot another one.
If I would have known the other one was close over here, I had no idea until I peeked up that one was where it was.
Yeah.
So I would have.
One a day. One is enough. I don't know if you get a whole lot of rush out of shooting two. Seems like it'd be the same rush.
Mm-hmm.
That one will be in here tomorrow. Guarantee it. Actually, it'll take him about 4 days. Because this one's been whipping him. But once he figures out he's top dog, buddy, he'll be going bonkers in here.
The wind don't do you no good when all your clothes are wet.
I just realized that thing is crooked as ever, isn't it?
I don't think it's that bad.
But anyways,
Kind of like our life, everything that's happened today.
had sports wedding yesterday evening. So got in late. Congratulations.
Sports and Taylor.
Sport and Taylor had a beautiful wedding. Taylor did look better than Sport.
Absolutely. She usually does. So
Yeah.
Always.
But congratulations to them. We hung out with them and got into bed a little later than we typically go to bed when we're turkey hunting. But terrible weather today. So I was going to come over here and hunt with Courtney for a day before I went up and met with Squirrel this evening. And we squeaked one out despite the weather.
I don't even know. Are you just like, you don't inhale it, you just breathe it in?
Yes.
Or, I mean, not breathe it in, but you just hold it in your mouth?
Yeah, just taste it.
I just can't fathom it would taste like something good. It's a Swisher Sweet.
I love the taste of a cheap cigar. If you guys are enjoying this kind of content, do me a favor. Go contact everybody that you know and tell them to follow the Pinhoti Project. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Facebook, we have a Pinhoti Project, and Instagram at Pinhoti Project. We're going to keep bringing you content, good, bad, and the ugly. Here recently has been a lot of ugly. I've been showing my butt in front of the camera because that dang thing's been costing me some turkeys, and it's not much fun when it costs me turkeys. But you know what? Every now and then we do have a good day, and it's probably going to be worth watching if I was guessing. Would you think?
Absolutely.
Everything I had ended up getting soaking wet. So by the time we could kill the turkey, had our moment with him, took pictures, you know, the whole 9 yards, stopped and ate something on our way back to the house. By the time we got back to her house, you're probably looking at 5:30ish. By the time I got everything out of my vest and clothes thrown in the dryer, trying to get everything back to par before I took off up here. Like I said, it's 9:30 and I'm just now leaving. I was planning on jumping in the shower, getting all cleaned up, which I did take a shower. But I didn't take a nap. I was really hoping to get about a couple hour nap in before I hit the road, but that didn't happen. So we're gonna go as far as we can. I was talking to Squirrel on the phone just a minute ago. I thought we were gonna be hunting Tennessee, so the area we were gonna hunt in Tennessee, I did quite a bit of online research and pin dropping in the works. Didn't do much in Kentucky. Kind of brainstormed that idea right at the last minute, and I maybe spent, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, and I really just have one area and 2 starting locations on that one area picked out. So loaded the maps on Onyx, so we can always kind of, you know, go with the flow, I guess. And but I guess that's what we're gonna be doing, because I didn't do enough research. It makes me a little bit nervous, but here again, just gonna go up here and have fun. Squirrel and I will be camping and sleeping out of the truck and just getting up every morning, watching sunrise, getting to chase gobblers all day without having a punch time.